Hey yo guys, what is up, and welcome back to another video on the channel, guys. Hope you're having an awesome week. Sorry about not streaming and everything, but if you weren't aware, I'm currently not even home and everything like that, so there won't be any streams until Sunday night. Not sure what time it'll be. It'll probably be around 6 like normal, but yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this videos this week so far. This will most likely be the last video this week. There's no more videos, so this will probably be the last one. It just depends on what order I decide to upload them all. But if you haven't already checked it out, guys, go check out the merch. Link in the description. Came out Wednesday. If you guys want to check it out, make sure to use the code on screen to get yourself 5% off. The code is in the description if you need it, guys, as well. The link is in the description if you want to check out the merch. But today's video is a bit different. I've never done anything like this before. I did like a question type thing on my Instagram ages ago to see what type of post people want to see on Instagram, and a bunch of people said whenever you're doing the World Cup, you should put clips of you doing the World Cup. So I thought maybe use this idea from a game that we did in the World Cup the other day. We actually did quite well. I think in this game we got around 15 or so points or something. This wasn't our best game in the World Cup. We had a game with around 17 or 19 points, I think it was, in the end. We didn't actually manage to qualify, unfortunately, because you needed 67 points. We kind of messed up in a few games, and because I got back late and had to update, we didn't manage to do all our games, which is a bit of a shame, but I was actually really happy with how I performed in this. I wish I'd done the World Cup a bit sooner, because as we've done it, I've got slightly better each time, which has been pretty good. But we're just going to go through this game and see how we do. This was actually a pretty decent game. Me and Hypers actually performed quite well in this. I think I got a couple kills, he got a couple kills, and we came like top 5 or something. The way I died, I was actually really annoyed with when I realised how I died, because I could have done even better, but and I thought we'd start it from around 10 minutes ago just to see the build up. Obviously, if you see the map, this is when the third circle is getting ready to close. We're underneath here in Neo Tilted. It's a Neo Tilted and Loot Lake ending, with obviously the slipstream going through. The slipstream is still activated at this point. You can see there's still 32 people left altogether, so 30 other people, not including us. We have to rotate from the edge of Tilted almost, inside to Tilted, and get into a spot where we can cope and land, basically, which we had set up under here. We were ready to do everything. I didn't have zero. I had 0 kills at this point. I think Hypers may have had 2 or 1. I think he had up until this point. We'd only seen like 1 guy camping underneath here. Once we finally found where he was literally hiding. We just managed to kill him. I was trying to look around to see what was going on. We were ready to rotate. We had our plan. We were going to head over towards here onto the side of the mountain. We were going to double edit out, use the slipstream, and just run and fly away, basically, and get ready to get into the next zone. We had like a couple kills, but obviously our main focus in this game was placement. I think we had this was the last game that we actually managed to do, because we were too tight on time. Even though we'd got out of this game at like 5 to 9 and we readied up, it didn't let us into the last game, which was a bit of a shame, because we had some really good games. I think in this game we got like 15 points, another game we got like 17 points or something, which was a bit of a shame. But we're here, we were just waiting to rotate to the next zone. Hide the HUD there so we can see what's going on. As you like, Hyper's 100, I was 100. We get the HUD back so we can see the map. We were all ready to rotate. The zone was about to come in. We were going to go at the last sort of second. We were going to rotate just as the zone was starting to move, because there's still 30 people alive altogether. The zone is quite small, and we're obviously in Neo Tilted. The slipstream is active still at this moment in time. So this team over here, we just click on over to them. You can see that they're ready to rotate and everything. But we're not here to spectate these guys. So yeah, Hypers had 1 kill at this point, which was the guy that was camping under here. I had no kills because we'd only found 1 guy. Most of our games we had actually landed Wild West, which is over here. I think this game we planned to go there, but then we rotated around to here, and then we just rotated up through to Tilted using the slipstream and everything. We were all ready to get the edits ready to double edit out and get ready to move and rotate to the point of zone where we wanted to go. Our loot was actually really good this game. We hadn't farmed that long. We obviously got only 1 kill, so we farmed up, got our loot, got everything we needed. We didn't really focus on getting kills early game, because in one of the games we had before, we ended up getting as we rotated through, we managed to get quite a lot of kills. In one game, I think altogether we got around 12 kills or something, and we came second, which was a shame that we didn't manage to clutch it up. But I died, and then I decided to try and clutch it up, which was a bit of a rip, but it was still pretty decent. Obviously, there's 28 people alive in almost the 4th circle closing. This isn't a great amount of people alive for obviously a World Cup game, but we didn't have that many points at this point. We were only on, because obviously we got like 15 points this game. This was our last game. We were only on around like, I think it was around 30 points we were on at this point, 25 points. So we just had to try and We played with less people with less points, so on other servers we probably would have qualified, which was a bit annoying. Obviously, you don't actually see this stuff on the screen, so it's interesting to see what everyone had. We're aware that people around us had nade launchers and heavy snipers, as most people do. We were just trying to knock off some easy kills. Hyper's managed to hit one of them with his heavy sniper and or his grenade launcher. I think he managed to hit them with, if I can remember. But we never managed to push them because other people fighting them. Pretty much got our kills stolen because there's not much you can do when you're halfway across the map. And then we had to rotate to the zone. Obviously, we're not actually that far. We're actually in a good spot. All these other duos have to try and rotate to the zone. We're actually in a pretty decent spot. People were trying to proximity grenade launch at us. I think at one point we actually almost grenade launched ourselves, but we didn't in the end. Also, you can see people going around in the corner there using ballers. We try and go for a few easy shots here. Hyper's managed to get the grenade launcher inside the base of that guy. I'm not sure if he managed to hit the guy. I think he might have actually. But we have 14 seconds left until we need to rotate to the zone. We both had shadows. I think I had around 3 shadows. Hyper's had around 3 shadows. We all had enough shadows to rotate to the zone. We weren't initially going to go to the supply drop. We were just going to get into a good spot in the zone. I actually managed to get the supply drop in the end. I was getting sprayed from the side and everything like that. But Hypers was just setting up his base to try to work out where everyone was. I was trying to see where the supply drop was and everything. When the supply drop lands, I managed to get it. Hypers is then getting pressured from the side. We managed to hold our own though. We were decent. The people south of us started building their bases. We started, Hypers started grenade launching people. I was just waiting for the supply drop to come down so we could get a few more heals and maybe get some more mobility out of that to get us to the next zone to prepare for it. Throughout all of these games we had, surprisingly, we didn't find a rift once. We found a bunch of people who had rifts, but they obviously used it, and which was a bit of a shame. There was a baller there. We were getting shot out from underneath the water, which didn't really do much for the people. We weren't using a campfire or anything. It didn't help them out in any way. The supply drop was above us at this point, so we managed just to get the supply drop into our base. I managed to get some of the loot out of it. We got an RPG. I never ended up actually using the RPG because I wanted to keep some heals and the guns that I actually had. I did manage to get some more shadow bombs. The Hypers had enough shadow bombs, so we had enough to rotate to the next zone. There's still 26 people alive. There was only 28 people alive when the fourth zone closed. So at this point, there's still quite a lot of teams alive. We just try and pressure each from people from the side. We actually got these guys in front of us really low. We managed to almost knock one of the guys. I'm not sure if Hypers actually managed to knock off the kill in the end, but we lit one of the guys up, and I think we might have knocked him, and then that guy finished the kill for us. It's quite hard to tell actually if you get the kills in this, because it doesn't help. But yeah, he did actually manage to get the kill there, which helped us out quite a lot. We obviously got another point from that. We had a launch pad ready to rotate to the next zone. We go for height. I was going to try and get that launch pad, but unfortunately I couldn't make it, so I just built. Hypers is then obviously quite near me. We tried to stick together as much as we can so we could pressure teams and everything. I just had to rotate as far as I could to the zone. I had to go around this slipstream tunnel, which didn't help because the slipstream wasn't even active, so I had to try and build around it and waste quite a lot of my mats. Obviously, I'm not the best player. I'm never saying I am, but you know, we did pretty well this game. We probably could have done better if I had actually tried in the end, because I just messed up so much. But we just tried to rotate to the zone, and then see if I can have this on at this point. Hypers then manages to knock off 2 kills when he's holding his high ground, which was actually really good. That also got us another 2 points. Got him some of his health back from fighting the guys. He's there in front of me. We tried to stick together as much as we possibly could. I then rotated through this building. Hypers then followed me a little while after he was trying to fight some people. There was barely anyone actually in this building. Someone sent a proximity into me, which didn't help me out, even though it didn't do any damage to me. We managed to rotate through. Hypers was still alive. He's lost a bit of health at this point, and then he starts getting shot at. I then just focus on rotating to the zone. There's only 14 other people alive at this point. We've almost got our main placement points that we needed, because obviously it's top 15 for that first placement. We probably would have got the placement points by now. So I managed to secure us some placement points just before Hypers died. And then as I'm rotating up, I use more shadow bombs that I have to just stay into the zone and try and maintain it. Like there's literally there was 5 duos or so just camping in ballers, which really didn't help our situation out a lot. There's people all around me. I try and knock off some easy kills. I managed to kill this guy, get my health back, rotate up to the top of the mountain. There was also a guy below me. I try and go for as many kills as I can as I'm rotating through. I managed to knock off a few easy kills. Got my shadows get the high ground again. I didn't actually go for height. I tried to stay mid ground and get a few kills. I was trying to get as many kills as we can and get some placement. We managed to get the top 5 placement as well, so we got top 15 and the top 5 placement as well. At this point, I'd run out of mats. I managed to kill this guy, and then this is where I don't even know how I went wrong. I was standing in the same place that activated the trap, and I don't know how I managed to die to the trap, because I was standing in the same place. Before I'd even tried to destroy it, it'd gone. I managed to get 3 kills in the end. I think Hypers managed to get around 4 or 5 kills, so we did well on kills, and we got top 15, top 5 placement points. This wasn't, like I said, the best game I had. This was probably the best game I had personally, but as a duo, we had another game with around 17 or 19 points where Hypers survived a bit longer than me, but I got a few more kills in that game. We got a few more kills in that game as well, but this is a game that I probably performed overall with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of thing. If you did, then maybe I could do a few of this with some like pub games as well, because I had a really decent pub game the other day. I got like an 11 kill solo win first game on, which was pretty decent. But if you guys did enjoy it, would appreciate it if you go in there, drop a like and a sub on the channel, guys. And if you want to check out the merch, you know, merch link in the description, would appreciate that. And hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you all on the stream soon, guys. Peace out.